Okay, here we are for the next step. Charging my phone battery, so I hope it doesn't go dead. This is hot tap water. Normally I would do this at the sink and bring it out, but I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. Hot tap water right into the jars. No need to measure the water. I want to have lots of room for these to get stirred. A little bit short. I probably would put a little more than that, but I think we're good here for what I want to do. I'm just showing you basically. Now, the wool is soaked. You're going to need to put your gloves on for this part. Okay, the wool is soaked. Usually, if I've let the wool soak for a long time and it gets kind of cold, I gently heat it up, maybe in a little cup or something beside it, and by just by putting the wool in it, let's say like this, and putting some warm tap water, just so that it doesn't really shock it when you're putting it into the hotter water. You probably don't have to, but that's how I like to do it. So this water's still warm, so I'm going to leave it in there. And your numbers on your jars, you take a Sharpie and you mark your numbers 1 to 8. These jars I've been using for, I think I started testing this in 2010. So this chip has been here, this has been chipped for about 4 years, still fine. And I use these, I just rinse them out. I don't wash them in soapy water and all that stuff. If you like doing that kind of thing, you go ahead. But if I'm not the neatest person there is around, so I have my ladles. As long as they're clean, rinsed out, that's all. I'm not going to drink out of them, so no need to wash them. So, with your card, where's my card? Oh dear, did I not bring it? Just a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't run as well as... Now, this is the color that I need to make. I don't know if you can see this. Anyway, it's W12. So this is 12 o'clock on our color wheel clock. And it's red purple. So my jar's already made, and you've already made your jars, so you know exactly how to do it. And where I'm using just one swatch, I'm going to use the card. If I were doing more than one, I would put the sleeve on. Let's say I was doing 4 swatches or 2. I would put this little sleeve over. And there are the new measurements. And 4 swatches. So you would do that. And up to a half a yard. You wouldn't put a half a yard in a mason jar, but this gives you your measurements for a half a yard, and I also have for a 4 ounce skein. So everything is by swatch size, which is a 3 by 18 inch, or grams, or the yardage. Okay, so one swatch is 3 by 18 inch, and that's what we're going to use. It could be 10 grams of yarn, 10 grams of fleece, anything. So I'm going to take my jar, and number 1 is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So I'll take it. Try not to get in front. And I simply just put that in the jar. That's it for that one. Okay, and I'll just put my wool in there. And give it a stir. There we go. And number 2, according to the card, number 2 is a 1/4 teaspoon. all the cards are exactly the same, so you'll easily get used to this, that every number 2 is a 1/4 of a teaspoon, and then a 1/2 teaspoon for number 3. I just leave the spoon right in there. Number 4 is a teaspoon. So, since I'm using the microwave, I can only fit 4 in at once. I'm just going to put four swatches in there. So, just put this in there. Give it a stir. If you want it really evenly colored, you stir a lot. And if you don't want it, you want it kind of mottled, don't stir it at all, and you can even use less water, and that will even be better. So these are ready, and they're going to go into the microwave. One, two, 3. Usually I don't have a camera sitting in front of me when I do this, so I'm reaching so as not to get in the way. So 4, cover it, 2 minutes per jar, so this will be on for 8 minutes. And while that's on, I'll do my other 4 jars, and when they come out, I put these in. So 2 minutes per jar, then rest it the same amount of time it's been in. So this will rest, it'll have to rest for 8 minutes. During that 8 minutes, these go in for 8 minutes. So you just keep on going, sort of thing. Okay, so number 5 on your card. Number 5 is 1.5 teaspoons. So I'll get my 1/2 teaspoon. Doesn't matter what kind of ladle, it's as long as you have the ones, or if you don't have ladles, it doesn't matter if they're plastic or stainless steel, it's all the same. So I don't have any water out, so I'm just going to continue adding here, and then I'll put the water in. So usually what I do, if I put some in, I leave the spoon in so that I know which one I put in, because the 1.5 and the 2.5, it's pretty easy to wonder what you've put in there. So there's 1, 2, and put in my 1/2, and the number 7 is 7 teaspoons, so I know that 1 tablespoon is 3 and 1 teaspoon is 1, so that adds to 4, or you can put 4 teaspoons. Okay, and then the number 8 is 2 tablespoons. So these will match all the swatches that are there. So I'm going to turn this off, and we'll come back when we've put everything in the microwave twice. Then we'll put the acid in, and I'll show you then what to do.